have friends and family and the people like that I don't know are saying, Jeff, this is bad, Russia's bad, Russia's bad. Like how do you defend such a thing? Russia attacked and it's been going on for 40 some days now. And I say, I have one question for you. How long has this been going on? And they're like, oh, 40 days or 42. I said, no, it's been going on for 8 years. This war, this conflict has been going on for 8 years when Ukraine decided to attack the people of Donbas. And I've been there maybe 10, 11 different times, starting in 2016 and as recently as 3.5 months ago. And I've seen the Ukrainian army, I've seen them like on the binoculars, and every morning, every single morning, on Christmas Day, on New Year's Day, on holidays, every day, they fire mortars over into Donbas every single day, attacking towns. I have pictures where they've shot in, bombs in the middle city centers. They're attacking the mall. They're attacking children's centers. They're attacking schools, apartment buildings. They're not even shooting at the military. The military basically lined up at the destroyed airport, and they're not even attacking the military. They're just targeting people, and they've been doing this for 8 years. They're killing civilians. This is a war crime. This is a crime against humanity. The ICC should investigate this, but the most of the world, like unless you're if you're outside of Russia or Donbas, of course, you don't even know about this. You heard about some conflict in Ukraine maybe 8 years ago about the Maiden, and it disappeared from the news, and nobody's talking about it. Everyone's now taking in these refugees from Ukraine. What about the refugees from Donbas, the people fleeing out of there for their life? I mean, sending your kid to school every day for the last 8 years and not knowing if your child's going to come home that night because maybe his school or her school got bombed that day and they got killed. So, like I said, I've been there a lot of times. I've seen the centers for the Detsky Dome for the children. All their parents have been killed, and these kids, their parents were killed at work, or the bomb hit them in the middle of the night in their house. So this has been going on for 8 years. So, and my question, honestly, and maybe I get trouble for asking this, is why did it take 8 years for some country, for someone finally to come to the aid of these people? For 8 years, they've been suffering. And finally, Russia couldn't take them on. These people deserve to have peace. They deserve to have security, as well as Russia's borders deserve, the people of Russia deserve their own security. So for 8 years it's been going on, not for the last 40 days. And we cry that we're over there having to do this military exercise right now, trying to get rid of these people. And we don't want any deaths more than the Ukrainians do, the civilian Ukrainians do. Nobody wants anyone to die. I feel for these Ukrainians that are being killed. But Zelensky, all he has to do is say, okay, I agree not to join NATO. I agree that the areas of Donbas, Donetsk and Lugansk are legitimately independent, and I recognize Crimea as part of Russia. The war's over. Russia's out. They're not going to try to take over Western Ukraine. They don't want nothing to do with it. They just want to get rid of these Nazis and have their own border secured, and also have the people of Donbas have safety, which they deserve, and they haven't had for one day in the last 8 years.